Why is Korean money moving from real estate to stocks? Recently, something unusual has started happening in South Korea. Inside cafes, inside subway stations, people stare at stock charts on their smartphones. Kospi, Kosdaq, artificial intelligence, semiconductors, robotics, batteries. Only a few years ago, the biggest investment story in Korea was almost always real estate. Apartment prices in Seoul, Jaeon's deposits, reconstruction projects, mortgage loans, housing subscriptions. For many Koreans, owning property was never just about having a place to live. It became deeply connected to survival, stability, and wealth itself. For decades, South Korea was a society heavily centered around real estate. Apartments in desirable areas continued rising in value, and many people spent their entire lives chasing better neighborhoods, higher property prices, and larger assets. For the older generation, real estate often felt like the most realistic path to financial security. But recently, a different atmosphere has started appearing in Korea, the stock market, and at the center of that change are Kospi, KOSDAQ, and future industries like artificial intelligence and semiconductors. Today, the Korean government continues emphasizing the growth of domestic capital markets and advanced technology industries. There is also increasing discussion about reducing what many call the Korea discount, the belief that Korean companies are often undervalued compared to global competitors. And inside this changing atmosphere, many people believe the flow of Korean money itself is slowly beginning to move in a different direction, from real estate towards stocks and future industries. Of course, real estate still remains extremely important in Korean society. But the atmosphere is no longer exactly the same. AI, semiconductors, robotics, batteries, drones. These are no longer distant future concepts in Korea. They are becoming directly connected to investment, industry, and national strategy. Recently, another topic also began attracting attention in Korea: the National Participation Growth Fund. Unlike ordinary investment products, this fund was designed with government-backed structures connected to future industries. In simple terms, it reflects an attempt to connect long-term national growth industries with public investment. Artificial intelligence, semiconductors, secondary batteries, biotechnology. The focus is increasingly shifting toward industries considered critical to Korea's future. And many people have started saying the same thing. Korean money is moving. To outsiders, this might seem unusual, but for people who have watched Korean society for a long time, this kind of rapid shift also feels strangely familiar. Because South Korea has always been a country forced to move quickly. In the early 20th century, Korea was under Japanese colonial rule. Then came the Korean War. After the war, South Korea became one of the poorest countries in the world. Industry was weak, technology was limited, resources were scarce. But Korea could not afford to stop moving. To the north stood North Korea. Nearby were China, Russia, and Japan. The country was small, heavily dependent on trade and exports, and surrounded by geopolitical pressure. South Korea believed it had to grow in order to survive. And the speed of that growth became almost unbelievable. During the 1960s and 1970s, South Korea rapidly industrialized. Factories operated late into the night. Ports stayed active constantly. Apartment complexes and skyscrapers expanded across Seoul. People worked endlessly. Parents sacrificed their own lives for their children's education, while students studied late into the night to escape poverty and competition. And during that process, one phrase became deeply embedded in Korean culture. Pipali Pipali. Quickly, move faster, learn faster, grow faster. Over time, speed itself became part of Korean society's identity. And eventually, South Korea became one of the fastest growing economies in modern history. But rapid growth also created pressure, competition, stress, and fear of falling behind. Good universities, good jobs, faster success. People constantly felt they needed to keep moving. And even today, that atmosphere still exists throughout Korean society. Late-night private academies, office dinners after work, cafes filled with students after midnight. South Korea often appears exhausted, yet strangely energetic at the same time. And perhaps today's investment culture is also part of that same story. Recently, many people believe Korean money is beginning to shift away from real estate and toward capital markets and future technology industries, especially toward artificial intelligence and semiconductors. Today, millions of Koreans check stock prices directly on their phones, inside subway stations, inside cafes, even while eating alone at convenience stores. Investment has started becoming part of daily life itself. And the Korean government is also pushing policies connected to domestic market growth and future industries. Of course, markets always contain risk. Prices rise, prices fall, excitement and anxiety always exist together. But perhaps the most important thing is not simply the numbers. It is the direction Korean society itself is moving toward. South Korea is no longer only a manufacturing country. It is becoming a country deeply connected to AI, semiconductors, robotics, batteries, drones, and advanced technology industries. And many people believe another transformation may already be beginning, not only for markets, but for Korean society itself. For the government, a stronger domestic stock market could reduce dependence on foreign capital and help future industries grow more aggressively. For corporations, capital market reforms and increased investment could create new opportunities for expansion and innovation. And for ordinary people, stocks and technology industries are increasingly becoming alternatives to traditional real estate-centered wealth building. Of course, many uncertainties still remain. Markets can always become unstable. But one thing feels clear: South Korea is moving again. And perhaps modern Korea has always been a country that survives by continuing to move forward. Late at night, the lights inside Seoul are still glowing. Inside cafes, people watch stock charts on laptop screens. Inside subway stations, someone checks the latest Kospi headlines on a smartphone. Outside, delivery motorcycles continue racing through the city streets. And even now, Korean money is slowly moving in a new direction. And once again, South Korea continues moving forward.